How has everybody been? You know what I'm trying to do. Trying to make a terrible pun using bees. Hello everybody, this is Edward. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. We're back inside the beehive. You can see this little experiment room that I made at the back here. I don't know if I already told you this or not. I was trying to use it to lure the bees in so I could harvest the honey, but I quickly discovered that not every bee was in there, so rather unfortunate. And one of the bees died after it stung me, which is very sad, but I made sure to breed a few more bees, and just noticed that iron golem up there chilling on top of the bell. I need to get that one down, that's for sure. I don't think he's able to get much exercise up there if he's stuck up there. Doesn't help that the villagers are all in the way. Sorry guys, I just need you to move. There we go. Okay, you're going to come down? There we go, lovely. Okay, so let's just take care of this now. Now, I've got no real plans. I don't know what I'm going to do for today, but we'll just, play it by ear. I've got another rescue job that I've got to do. I don't know why the iron golems are spawning on the roof, but maybe it's got something to do with the original layout of the village and the way that the spawning works. I don't know. I do not know. Oh, well, I've been very busy today, I must admit. Boy, no, don't go over to the other roof. This isn't roof surfers. Actually, maybe if I just knock you down on the fence, you'll be... Oh, no, you're okay, cool. Very busy this morning, I must admit. I was doing some gardening. I'm not often... Yeah, very, very excited golem right there. I don't often do gardening, but back garden is a right mess, so I was just taking care of some of the overgrowth. And one thing I've been told by a few people is that gardening is very therapeutic, and it's true. It's a very relaxing thing. Unless you accidentally... I mean, I was using the shovel, so I accidentally scraped my finger across an old small bush stump of some very hard wood, and it was a bit painful, but I got a band-aid on it now, so it'll be okay. Oh boy, right, so as you can see, I've got a lot more flowers that I've been harvesting, which is very much what I need to get more bees in our bee colony. And that was always one word I used to struggle with as a kid, colony. And actually I still struggle with it a bit now, unfortunately, but if I say it too quickly. Other words, millennium, that's a word that took me a long time to get right, and anonymous, another word. These are words you'll hear me pause slightly before I say it, and I've got another iron golem spawned inside here. Goodness me, okay, this seems to be the hot house. They like this the popular property. That house is the Mayfair. Actually, no, that's a smelter's. I don't know what it's got a blast furnace in it. Oh boy. Okay, let's get a lot of bees here right now. There we go. Enjoy your flowers. Make little baby bees. I don't know how many we've got. I'm just hoping that we've got enough hives to keep them all in at night time. I guess once I see them outside the hives at night, I know then that we've overpopulated, and I'll put a few more hives in to keep the new bees in a place to stay. Or I might take them outside to the outside farm. But to be honest with you, those bees really do like to go for a little wander. Oh, got some eggs. Oh, dear me, every time I pass the hen house, there's always eggs. And, you know what? I'm thinking I don't want that switch there, because, really, I want to have a button on both sides. That way I can keep this door closed when I'm in here at the skeleton spawner. Not that I've used it in a long time, because I'm a little... You know what? I should close that door. I'm a little bit worried of a zombie horde spawning in this village. And while certain parts of this village certainly does seem very protected by the iron golems, I know other parts of the village tend to be a little neglected by the iron golems because, well, they like to hang out in the same spot, don't they? And I'm not going to blame them for that, no way. So yes, I did a bit of gardening. It's getting cooler in Sydney now, and definitely getting a lot cooler now that it is our autumn, or as you say in America, fall. And as I was gardening, I have a jumper on, but I was getting so hot and sweaty I had to take it off. So yeah, I'm right now I'm cooling down a bit. I'm just in a shirt and shorts, but it's cold enough to have a jumper on. I've been making the mistake of going out in jeans, but it's been just a bit too warm for jeans, but too hot for jumpers. Wait, no. Yes, no, not too hot for jumpers. Well, it's too hot for jumpers when I'm working the garden. But if you want to get fit, do some shoveling in the garden and do some vacuuming around the house, because I always get a bit of a workout when I vacuum as well. So that keeps me in shape. And also keeping in shape. What's the time? Okay, we've got plenty of time throughout the day. Keeping in shape, I've been going for walks throughout the every day from now on. No, don't come in. I want you to stay right there. Not that you're not allowed in here, it's just that it's a bit dangerous, and I'd hate for one of you guys to get stuck in here. But yeah, I've been going for 40-minute walks, doing my exercise, a bit of power walking, and making sure I get back into shape, because I was never really in shape. So I guess I just need to get in shape. And I just realised I got no bones because I throw them in the lava over there, which is the reason why it's labelled bone storage. So I need some more bones so I can get some more flowers. So I'm just going to chill here for a bit and wait for some skeletons to spawn. There we go. Took a little while, but that's okay. Waiting can be fun. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Anticipation is fun. That is for certain. Half of the excitement is the anticipation. Boy, oh boy, okay, you guys are getting not really that enthusiastic to come down. Okay, we'll get a few skeletons and then I'll be able to get some bones so I can get some more flowers. But yes, I've been doing my exercise and it has been getting cooler. My wife, she knits. I don't often talk about her because, well, I don't know if she'd like to be spoken about in the series. I don't know how much information I'm allowed to divulge about her, but she's been keeping busy. She has been wanting to play the new Animal Crossing game, but we don't have a Switch, and we're not, right now, financially, we're not in the best of situations, as most of the world is struggling at the moment, thanks to, well, I shouldn't say thanks, due to this terrible coronavirus, and let's just hope it's over with sooner rather than later. And all the scientists and doctors are working very hard, bless them. Working very hard indeed, and we should be very thankful for all the hard work they do, because they put their lives at risk every day. But yes, my wife, she has been knitting and playing Animal Crossing, and I've wanted her to knit me, I have a hot water bottle to keep me warm on those cold winter nights, especially my toesies, and that should be enough bone meal, I think. And as such, the hot water bottles are good, but sometimes they can be a little bit too hot when you first put them in the bed, and they can burn your little toesies a little bit too much. So, zombies on the ground. Wait, that's a zombie villager, I heard. Yeah, it's definitely a zombie villager. Okay, let's have a little investigation. I think there's a chasm. Sorry, I keep talking a little bit too loud. Oh, indeedy do, there is a chasm down there. Okay, I need to find a safer way of getting down. Could always use the bucket of water, but I want to be able to reach the ledge, so I'll just fill that in for the time being. So yes, I want her to make me a hot water bottle cover, but out of wool, but she hasn't ever gotten around to doing it, and I think it's a bit too finicky for her. So I've managed to find it's about, I think, like a third of a scarf or half a scarf that she was knitting that she kind of stopped and just put down for quite a few months. So I said, is it okay if I repurpose this? And she said, yep, that's fine, you can use that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half and stitch up both sides to make a pocket, and then I wasn't getting anywhere that way, and then put a little button on one side and a little claspy bit, I think, and use that as a hot water bottle cover, so I can put my hot water bottle in. Here we go. This is what I was trying to find. Okay, where are... Oh, dearie me. Little naughty skeleton down there. And there's our zombie villager. He's he or she is a fletcher. Is that what they're called? The people that work with the bow and arrow workbenches. Now, how on earth am I going to get you to safety so I can turn you back to a regular villager? I do not know. Okay, just wait there. Oh, that skeleton down there has my name on those arrows, that's for certain. Okay, well, I'm not one for violence. I don't like violence, but when it comes to someone trying to really hurt you, Some drastic measures must be taken. Okay, you can hide. That's fine. Oh, I was hoping to get a better view. Oh, dearie me. Okay, sand is attacking me left, right, and centre. A bit chaotic down here. Oh, there goes all the sand. Oh, well, can't see that skeleton anymore. I think he's dropped down there. Mr. or Mrs. Skeleton has dropped down there, so I'm just gonna... There we go. Okay. Right, so I've just lost that sand, unfortunately, but it's okay. We'll just plug up that hole with some dirt for the time being and work our way across here. The tough bit, though, is going to be getting the zombie villager back to the hospital, the zombie curing hospital, without the golems or having the sun cook him or the golems crush him. So, I think it's a bit of a lost cause, I'm afraid. I have enough villagers as it is. That's the hole that I accidentally made, so let's fill that in with some dirt there. I guess that poor zombie villager will have to remain a zombie villager, because it is quite a way. I was thinking maybe I could dig the zombie villager all the way down to the, all the way across underground. That would keep him safe, but I think that's a little bit too much hard work. You were going to go into that hole, weren't you, you naughty, naughty villager? That's okay. Not much I can do there, unfortunately. Some circumstances, sometimes you just, no matter how good your intentions are, you just can't rescue a zombie villager. Though I might be able to rescue that villager over there, though I'm still wanting to do the underwater. Hello, can you see me? Oh, well, maybe not. I still want to do that underwater village, which would be a big job, and I'd need a lot of resources to do that. Okay, let's plonk ourselves dead center. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's have a marker. That way, A, grass won't grow here and cause the bottle to the water to overflow, and B, I know where exact center is. Because sometimes having that extra high water can be a bit of a pain in the hiney. Okay, there we go. We're going to get ourselves some extra flowers now. Flowers are lovely. I'm glad that they've brought out more flowers in this game. We'll try and use all this bone meal before the sun goes down. I'm not one to really hang around at night time now in this game because, well, as I say before, the zombie horde can spawn any night, I guess. It's always random. There we go. Right, we'll keep working here. So yeah, I've been busy. I've been working because of the industry I work in. We don't really, well, I guess I could be quarantined, but the industry I work in is very much a necessity that I keep helping people. So I'm going to keep helping people, even if it's putting me at risk, because the people that I look after are the most vulnerable people, and they need to be supported still because they don't really have many other options. There we go. My main concern is I'm not so much concerned getting sick. If I get sick, I get sick. I can only hope that that it's not a fatal issue. My main concern is if I get sick, that I might pass it on to somebody else that I'm caring for. But I've been taking extra precautionary precautions, if that is a sentence, and I've been keeping myself very safe in this current world crisis, this pandemic that we're facing. So yes, right. Well, the sun is down and the moon is coming up. So I'm gonna get myself to bed before it's too late in the game. Dear me, I think some villagers don't have a bed to call their own, so I need to start building some houses so that way they got somewhere to sleep. And one thing I've been wanting to do is have a proper road layout, because it's all a bit higgledy-piggledy at the moment. And as much as I could say tear everything down and start over in a very kind of symmetrical, organized, almost I'd say sterile way of doing things, I don't know if that's the best way of doing it, because it will not feel organic, and it will just feel a little bit too regimented. I don't want that. Great cities were never built like that. And you'll notice that's why some road systems are absolutely atrocious. And did you just take all those seeds? I think a villager just I threw them out, wasn't stealing, took all those seeds that I plonked down on the ground. That's okay, I wasn't going to use them, so that villager is more than welcome to them. Okay, well, what am I looking for? There we go. Somewhere to put the sandstone. I found the sand. I don't know why I was struggling so much to find the sand, but I found the sands to put the sandstone next to. Right, so I might go get some... I'm going to go see how my bees are over at my outside farm. To be honest with you, I'm not too sure how I feel about this outside farm because the bees keep disappearing and they don't want to return. Well, it's not maybe that they don't want to, but they get lost. And it's a little bit upsetting that I've got to keep rescuing the bees because I'm worried for the bees out there, out on their little lonesome. And I'm a little bit concerned that they're just going to keep getting lost and lost and lost again. Maybe they go to some flowers, they go to the ring of flowers around the farm, and then I've got a feeling that they then continue on to other flowers nearby, which are deeper in the woodsy area, and then they just keep going further and further away. And that's what causes them to get so lost. So maybe if I clear away the surrounding flowers, that might prevent the little fellas from drifting away. It's just a theory. Whether or not it will work, I'm not too sure, but there's only one way to find out. So I'm going to get some, because we've got quite a bit of honey to harvest here. I'm going to see if I can do this very carefully. And yep, I know you're upset. It's okay. You can be upset. It shall pass. Anger is a perfectly reasonable emotion that we all have. It's just remembering that we must control it and control ourselves in a way. That's not to say that we should deny ourselves anger. Anger, as I said before, it's a valid emotion. It's just how we handle it. If you guys calm down, I'll give you a flower. You can each have a flower of your own to enjoy. Well, that's sometimes you just have to be patient with people, and there's angry people out there that have been on the street and have been very aggressive that I've experienced, and a lot of the time you just have to talk to them and just help them through the moment. Sometimes if they're extremely aggressive, it's best just to leave the situation, because no matter what you say or do, nothing can help that situation. The person has to work through it. And certainly don't let anyone hurt you or harm you or threaten you. That's for certain. Because no one deserves to be in that situation. No one at all. Okay, well, I'm going to go see if there's any bees around that have drifted away. And if there are, we'll take them back home, and we'll see if I can remove any of the flowers around here. Well, I'm not seeing... I think I see a bee. Was that a bee? That was a cow. Oh, there's some lovely salmon down there. Oops, I pressed what button? There we go. Oh, there is a bee over there. I don't know what on earth that was. Was that the achievement skill list? I don't know. There is one bee. Well, you have come very far, haven't you? This is a lovely area. I'd love to build out here one day, but I don't want to neglect my home. It's got the lovely mountainside just behind me there. And come on, bee, we've got another bee just here. There we go. It's a very slow process transporting bees, but we've got plenty of time. When a bee gets lost, a wolfie and a cow are going for a swim. When a bee gets lost, by no fault of its own, it's best just to rescue it and take it home where it's safe and sound, where it can be nice and warm and safe every night. I think every little creature needs a little place to call home that's safe and sound and warm and dry. Unless you're a fish, in which case then if it was a dry fish, it would be a very sad fish, I think, because it wouldn't be very happy. So there are some creatures that enjoy the water, that need to live in the water. So all the creatures that don't live in the water need somewhere safe and warm and dry to call home. Unless it's a creature that lives in extreme cold temperatures, in which case then it might not want a warm home. I don't know. I don't know how these things work. Like a walrus. Walruses, I should say. They like the cold, don't they? Interesting fact I came across on the internet from QI, which is the amazing show that used to have Stephen Fry. And now it's got Sandy as the host. Walruses have been observed digging their tusks into... I'm just going to see if I can get a higher view up here to see if there's any more bees around. Can't see it. Oh, there is a bee over there. Lucky I had a check. Come on, you two. We got a third to join us. There we go. Another member to the party. But as I was saying, back to my QI fact, walruses have been observed digging their tusks into floating ice so their head stays above water, and then falling asleep with their body sleeping in the water. Very funny, aren't they? Walruses are very adorable. Very adorable, if I can say that a little bit more coherently. They're lovely creatures. Very big. I don't know if I'd want one charging me. I think if I had upset a walrus, I think it would have every right to charge me, but I don't ever plan on upsetting a walrus. But they are big, lovely creatures, and I think it'd be very nice to hug one, though they do like to spend a lot of time in the water, so I'd be concerned about getting a little bit cold in that case. Okay, that looks like I'm passing a... Oh, there's the swamp. I was a little bit lost over there. I thought I was going the right way, but I think I found the swamp where the witch lives. And speaking of that witch, she hasn't spawned. Come on, guys. There we go. She hasn't spawned yet. I might, when the sun goes down today, I might go over and see if she spawns, but a new witch spawns, in which case if she does, I will give her a name tag so she doesn't despawn, because although she is technically a mob and she would attack me if she saw me, I'd like to have a little witch nearby that I can try and befriend. I too enjoy the potion making, and she enjoys the potion making, so maybe we can put our differences aside and find a common grounds that me and her can become friends. And if she's nice enough and she's willing to adjust back to city life, she could come live in the village. Granted, I know this is just a video game, and here we go. You guys can have it. You've made it all the way back safe. You can have some flowers. There we go. Back. Come on. I can't give it to you if you're hiding in the... You really don't want this flower, do you? Come on, come out of the wheat. Okay, right. You, unfortunately, you don't get any flour. It's that old saying: you can lead a you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Okay, well, we are going to put some more flowers down because I'm hoping it might encourage the bees to stay around. And you know what? I'm seeing a lot of flowers around this area here that have naturally spawned, that have naturally grown. So I just might, start to remove these and put them down in the ring of flowers, which is I'm sure if such a place existed in real life, it would smell absolutely amazing. Look at that. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think I need the bees to pollinate my farm, because there's heaps of flowers around here, because I'm going to grab these ones because they're pretty. You know what? Let's just grab them all. Well, that is not a flower, that's a mushroom. I don't really harvest the wheat all that often, so I'm more than happy to wait for the wheat to grow naturally. And I've got plenty of food, that's for certain, so I'm not exactly in a situation where I'm going to be starving anytime soon. So maybe I don't really need the bees out here, I don't know. I'm just going to keep it as it is for the time being. If you got any ideas, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. I know I'm a bit slow to replying to comments sometimes, but I promise you I read each and every one, and I'm always very happy to receive a comment, so don't feel like you have to be afraid to leave a comment. But that's enough of that. I don't want to be someone who's begging people for comments and likes and subscribing and all that kind of stuff. There are YouTubers out there who do that, and I don't think I've been down here in the cave. There are YouTubers who do that, and while it certainly, apparently it does help, asking for all these things, it feels a little bit forced, and I don't want to be like that. This is just a nice, relaxed, calm space for people to come join me. And if you're happy to stay, you're more than welcome. Well, the sun is going down. I'm just going to grab these last bits of flowers around here, and I think I'll call it good for today's recording. My oh my, it's been very hectic in the Minecraft world. Be eager to see what comes out next with the new nether. Be very interesting to see what the new nether looks like. I don't know if I'd have to create a new world. I'd be very upset to say goodbye to this world, to be honest with you. Okay, let's put these flowers down. But one thing I keep reminding myself is that nothing lasts forever. If I have to build a new world, well, ho-hum, I can build a new world. Ooh, lovely chicken. Okay, chicken, you can have those. You know what? I'm going to give you these seeds. There we go. That will make your evening. Okay, let's grab these flowers over here. Now, I know I mentioned earlier about not being around during the night time in-game, but while I'm out here, I may as well grab these last flowers. And once I plant the flowers, I might go check on, see if a witch has spawned. But I might do that off camera. So, there we go. Grab these flowers here. And hopefully this will stop our little bees from wandering around too far. Yeah, there we go. Well, actually, let's see. I'll just have a quick look over here. Well, you know what? Ooh, skeleton with little boots. Thank you all for joining me, everybody. Take care, live long, live well. I hope you have an absolutely lovely day, a lovely week, a lovely month, and a lovely year. Look after yourselves and each other. Goodbye.